this is Qinhang, and today I'm going to persuade a product. I believe you have played such a game as a child. The game screen is composed of pixel elements. The plot is also straightforward. A real rescuer, Princess Peach, who was connected by Cuba throughout the horizontal adventure barrier. It is the Super Mario, which everyone knows well. When I was a child, my friend had a computer at her home that could play this game. I would go to her home and play this game with her every weekend afternoon. Another game I have to be mentioned is called Pokemon, which produced by Nintendo as well. I must say that is my favorite game. Player act a kid just starting from a hometown. Pick out a Pokemon of wood, water, or fire in the doctor's studio and start taking risks, and then become a Pokemon trainer. Player need always to take risk to improve the ability of their original Pokemon and gain more Pokemon in the adventure. After upgrading their strengths, the player needs to challenge different haul roads with their Pokemon to get the advantages. I love adventure in this game, and I will compete it with my friend. That is very interesting. Not only because it is very enjoyable, but it's in this adventure, different player will meet different Pokemon, which I think is the most exciting part. Lucky player can even encounter the fantastic Pokemon in that version. As a game concluder, produced by the same company, Nintendo Switch handled it down and even promoted this game very well. Nintendo launched Mario Odyssey, Zelda, and other classic exclusive games as well as the Conclose in 2017. Maybe not everyone likes adventure game, but Nintendo also offers many entertainment games, such as puzzle game like Overcooked. As the owner of Nintendo Switch, I want to introduce you today to this very portable game controller. It will make you fall in love with playing game because it will not only bring you enjoyable alone, but also your friends can join this game together. Next, I will discuss the Nintendo Switch unique entertainment feature. Nintendo Switch has many ways of playing and can be played by many people in one place. People can bring their Switch game consoles and play together. Nintendo Switch can support 8 players to play local games online. Most of the time at home, after work or school, evening is surplus. I can do a lot of things. I can play 2 hours Zelda, or can calm down to write an article. Can also nest a sofa and to watch a movie. For office worker and students, the whole time is scarce. This scenario is better than Switch. For example, more than an hour on the subway to take home with friends gather when they eaten enough while others are still eating, when they enter the cinema, and so on. When the supermarket quotas in the peak season to cash in. This kind of fragment time is very much. People respond to this scenario by taking out their mobile phones, but I get bored every time when I take my mobile phone. And the most important thing is that when you on the flight, you rarely have access to the internet, and Nintendo Switch is the best choice for entertainment. The Nintendo Switch Joy-Con introduced innovative technologies. For example, installing a camera that can detect the shapes of even heat, and a feature called HD Rumble, which HD Rumble players can feel how virtual eyes falls into virtual glasses. In practice, HD Rumbles bring the same experience as 3D touch when using the iPhone or Apple Watch. HD Rumble is precise, has an excellent overall experience. Now you have a basic understanding of the Nintendo Switch. Now let's talk about the price. First, Nintendo Switch bare machine comes with a charger and a base for $3,000. It is not particularly expensive in game consoles. Nintendo launched a limited edition of Switch in 2018, featuring Pikachu. It is also sold for $3,000 plus a wizard ball with game handle and a new version of Pokemon's game card for $40. The average game card cost $50 per each. Like take Mario Odyssey and Zelda, for example, it is cost $49.99. If you buy the cardless version online, it will be cheaper. You can also go to a store like GameStop to buy pre-owned game cards, which are usually less expensive. There is a game I would like to recommend to you, particular, which is launched by Nintendo Switch in 2018, called Nintendo Labo. It's currently sold for $69.99 in the United States. The game features that player can use the cartridge cardboard attached to the game, float it into a locomotive bridge, fishing rod, or mini piano, and put the Switch, the host, and the rocker into it. Use the sensor on the rockers to detect action and play a game. It is Labo's primary level of pleasure, to enjoy the process from 0 to 100. Before each part is done, you have no idea what parties will become later. The expectation of the unknown is one of the greatest pleasure of model assembly. In this regard, Lego is Lego building blocks, and so on are no different. The most significant difference the difference in materials. The reason for using corrugated paper is that Nintendo's development team considered cost saving after the commercialization of Lego. Although cardboard feels a little crude, at first I would think that cardboard should be good. However, from the finished product point of view, this kind of double-sided cardboard is nothing special, probably softer than our most common type of party press box. Overall, there are several reasons why you bought the Nintendo Switch game. First of all, you don't need to consider the factor that will reduce the price, because at this stage the price has become stable or very cheap. This is no possibility of significant fluctuation, and the replacement should not be considered too much, because even if the alternative stage, the most is to enhance the function, the game should be downward compatible, meaning that also if the next generation of the Switch is an upgraded version, at the most half generation upgrade will not directly eliminate the generation. The most important thing is probability of the Nintendo Switch. For me, both study and work are often outside, while the PS4, Xbox, and other game consoles cannot meet the entertainment needs outside. The Nintendo Switch is very light and handy, and I can continue to play on the flight, and it supports charging anytime, anywhere, which is very convenient. Besides, Nintendo games are all excellent for friends to play together. Whether you are a person to relax or take home and play with your friends, it is appropriate. It's a perfect feeling for everyone to enjoy playing games together. Thank you.